I'm Bob Perkins, and this is Aggressive Grace. Thanks for watching. Today, I have two questions. The first question is, from which of David's sons did Jesus come? Well, we know that's Solomon. And the second is, who is Solomon's mother? And we know that's Bathsheba. Matthew 1 tells us the lineage of Jesus is Abraham and David. The whole lineage is there, but Matthew starts out by telling us it's Abraham and David. David? I mean, why David? You know the story of Bathsheba and David. David sees Bathsheba on the rooftop bathing. He wants her, he takes her, he has sex with her. She becomes pregnant. David has her husband killed, and the baby dies. David then marries her, and they have another son. And that son is Solomon. And it's from Solomon that Jesus comes. I mean, David, every sin in the book. You know, he's an adulterer, he's a murderer, he's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a terrible father. David? How is it that God, before the beginning of the world, has his son come from David? And the answer is that God uses bad people for his glory, so that only God gets the glory. You see, the Bible does not allow us to have human heroes. The only hero of the Bible is God. But I want you to note also that there are consequences to sin. The baby dies. And God is angry with David, and he says, David, you're going to have to pay for this. But it doesn't stop God's plan, his will, that Jesus, his son, will come from the lineage of David. Because God uses bad people like David, like you, and like me, so that only God gets the glory. You know, I think most of us want to be, or trying to be, or working at being good people. We're trying to be good enough for God to love us, for God to accept us, for God to save us. But we're not. We're not good enough. God is the only one who is good. And God's goodness sent Jesus to a cross and raised him from the dead, so that in him, his righteousness imputed to us is the goodness that God loves us, saves us, and uses even us. And the good news is that if God can use David, he can use you and me. Because only God gets the glory. You know, if God can use David, he can use me, he can use you. And that is aggressive grace. Thanks for watching.